Manish, Mehta here alongside the one and only Seth Walder. Practice number 3 at Jets training camp in the books. We're going to start today's video off with a multiple choice question, Seth.
All right.
Who is the best cornerback in the NFL? A, Patrick Peterson, B, Darrelle Revis, or C, Richard Sherman?
I'm going to go with a guy who had a couple of picks today, and that's Darrelle Revis.
That's right. Revis did pick off Tom Brady, but we don't cover the Patriots. We're not going to talk about it, and that's the wrong answer. The correct answer is D, Milner. I spoke to Milner after practice today. He said he can't imagine anybody that plays his position being better than him. A bold statement for a guy who's pretty quiet, but you know, when I spoke to him, I didn't sense any kind of arrogance. I think that's confidence that you want to see in your former first-round pick, a guy who obviously had his ups and downs, but finished last year pretty strong. But again, for anybody to say they're the best at their position 1 year in after a roller coaster ride that first season is kind of telling. But you know, I actually kind of like it.
No, I mean, he had a rough year, but of course, only year.
Yeah, let's get to what actually happened on the field. First practice in pads. A lot of anticipation about what we would see out of Calvin Pryor, the Louisville slugger, the enforcer in the middle of the field at safety. How do you do?
Well, we didn't get to see it because before we got to any team drills in the pads, Calvin Pryor suffered a head injury in special teams practice. He was serving as the personal punt protector, and he had a collision, and he had to be taken off the practice field.
Right.
So Rex Ryan said, you know, he's being evaluated for concussion. We'll see, but obviously when you suffer a head injury, you got to come out, and we'll still have to wait to see Calvin Pryor in the pads.
Right. How about the daily quarterback update? How did Geno Smith and Michael Vick look today?
I thought Michael Vick had a little bit of a better day. He had a long touchdown pass to Clyde Gates. It just seemed to be a little bit sharper. Geno was all right, but he should have been picked off. Dimitri Patterson jumped a route by Eric Decker, should have had the pick there. So a little bit better for Vick, but you know, not terrible by Geno.
Right, and I know that the people at home are keeping track of the first team snaps. There were 19 of them today. Geno Smith had the lion's share, 16 of them. That's really more than what he even had these first couple practices. So it'll be interesting to see how that snap distribution shakes out over the next several days. Let's talk about the running back position. Johnson looked pretty good in these first couple practices in shorts. First opportunity to get in pads. The Jets had a 9-on-7 running drill early. Pretty spirited back and forth there. How did Chris Johnson do?
Well, he didn't participate because he's doing what Rex Ryan calls the pitch count. So that means one every 3 practices or so, it sounds like Chris Johnson will sit out. That's just to keep him healthy.
Right, and that's smart. I mean, you don't want to run him into the ground. You clearly need him when the season starts. I didn't anticipate that he would practice today. If he goes in that 2 days on, 1 days off, I think that's a pretty smart course of action moving forward. So that's the wrap up here for day 3 at Jets camp, practice number 4, Sunday morning. Make sure you keep it here, nydailynews.com. Follow us on Twitter. You can follow me if you want, but make sure you follow Seth Walder, Seth Walder NYDN. He needs the followers badly, really badly.
Yes, I do. So check us out tomorrow for day 4 action.